He is. He wrote a book. It's called Black Comedians on Black Comedy. But then he put Darren Carter in there. I'm ecstatic to be here. I am, because it is packed. Woo! On fire, dog. On fire. No, you don't understand. Let me explain. This is packed to me. I'm not famous yet, man. Sometimes you show up to the gig, it'd be like enough people in there for like 2 games of rock, paper, scissors. And today we can play 3 games. When it's like that, man, you don't know if you're gonna get paid. I had a promoter one time, he was only supposed to give me like $250. After the gig, came up to me and gave me $100. I said, hey man, hold on, what's this? You said $250. He looked at me and sincerely said, man, I gave you 2 50s. And he left me standing there. So I don't want y'all to be fooled by my smile, on my charm, on my 2006 jacket I'm wearing in 2007. I'm dangerous. I am. Any kid that grows up with a name like Sadiki, wow, man, that kid's gonna be dangerous. Kids would destroy my name all the time. Kids would call me Slinky, Saduki. My Latino friends would call me Ceviche. I had a teacher taking roll one time. She called me Suckadicky. Ain't that messed up? I am sitting in the back of the class. I'm like, oh shoot, man, no. I'm gonna be Suckadicky for the whole school year. My friends were like, man, go ahead, put your hand up. You know they shoot. She is trying to say your name. I was like, nah, man. I'm gonna have to take the absence. She's gonna have to take the time to call my mom and say, Suckadicky was not here today. That's all I'm trying to say. I am from Houston, Texas. I live out here now. I've been out in LA like 5 years. And my roommate is the man, for real. He's Latino cat, Mexican. He wants to be called Mexican because his parents snuck over here and he had to learn English. And he knew English before them. And so he would get bills and like that and have to read the bills to them. So he's like, no, I am Mexican. I was like, I like that. He is proud. He can cook too, man. Oh, can cook his off. Tamales, ooh, man. He can't wash dishes though, man, but I love him like a brother. I'm like, man, you are feeding the roaches. That is roach porridge. You cannot leave the dishes overnight with water and stuff in there. That's porridge for the roaches. They like that, man. I want to bring girls over, man. I like women. You know, I'm trying to get laid. But he's a fat dude. He don't understand that. I love women. I do. I love all women. I'm not biased. I love black women, Latino women, Asian women, white women. In that order. I love all women. It's like you go to Baskin Robbins. It's 31 flavors. You like them all. It's just a certain order you're going to eat them in. I'm being nice. Black women, that's like chocolate ice cream. Latino women, that's like butter pecan. White women, that's like French vanilla. Asian women, that's like green tea ice cream. Women. I give compliments because I'm from Texas and women don't always take the compliments because men don't give them enough out here. I saw this woman, she had on some nice shoes. I said, God, those are some really nice shoes. She said, oh, my pedicure all messed up. I didn't say nothing about your feet. I'm talking about your shoes. You bought some lovely shoes to cover up ugly feet. And I saw her monkey feet. I did, for real. She had the type of feet that looked like she could multitask. Like she could be doing extra stuff with her feet. All her toes were spread out. They looked like they was mad at each other. Just, I'm not talking to you. You stink. That's not me, that's the pinky toe. I am silly, I am. I can't help it. I just, I feel like when you give a woman a compliment, she should take it. She should say thank you. She should. If you can't say thank you, when somebody gives you a compliment, it means you're unhappy. If I see people that are unhappy, I just have to make them unhappier. Saw this woman, man, she's beautiful. I was like, God, you're really beautiful. Beautiful smile, beautiful eyes. Do you model? She's like, I see what's going on here. I was like, well, no, sweetie, I didn't mean like a supermodel. I mean like a Walmart model. Like a Walmart model. I mean like Victoria's Secret with the bra with the bustier. I mean like, check out these vacuum cleaners. Take the compliment. That is all I'm trying to. Is that me? No? Okay, one more. I have one more minute, and I had a request for a special bit, and I'm going to do it. And I'm not going to talk about anybody in the front because we need you here. Seriously, I don't want you to feel bad. We are thankful that you came out and sat in the front. Seriously, we appreciate it. We need that look. You know what look you give us when a comedian throws something out that's not quite funny yet? You guys go.
Wow.
Look at him up there. He's chasing his dream. Well, it's running too fast for him tonight. I don't think he's gonna catch it. It's only 6 people in here. Okay, before I leave, I had to tell you that I got pulled over. This officer, he was racial profiling, and he just happened to be right. I was drinking, but I wasn't drunk. I was drinking just enough to get home. You know what I'm talking about. Y'all drinking now. You're not drunk. You're drinking just enough to get home. And the officer turned on those lights behind me, man. I was so nervous, man. I pulled over to the left side of the road. To the left side. You're not supposed to pull over to the left side of the road. He is mad at me now. I see him in the rearview mirror. I had the window down over him in the bushes and stuff, and I'm waiting on him. He is knocking on this side of the window. I ignored him for a while too. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Officer. That window don't roll down, man. You're gonna have to go around. You wanna go that way? He goes to the other side. He pulls me out the car. I'm in the bushes now. Now I'm from Texas. I don't want to be in the bushes because I know about the chigger bugs that bite you in the area. So I'm not trying to be in the bushes. He pulls me to the back of the car. I am relieved. Then he starts making me do these motor skills where he's moving his finger like this, and you're supposed to stand there and you're supposed to look at it like that. But I was nervous, so my nervous system said. He's like, what's wrong with you? I was like, nothing wrong with me, man. I'm fine. He's like, no, you're not. I got to go get the breathalyzer. I was like, not the breathalyzer. I don't know if I'm 0.09, 0.011. I got to do something or say something to let him know I don't need the breathalyzer. Like, officer, come here, man. I don't need the breathalyzer. Here, check me out, man. Check me out. He did the same thing I did. He's like, oh, man, do that again. And I did it again. And he let me go. I said, man, I've got to use the backflip for everything. I was in the bank, and these 3 dudes came in. They was wearing like these ski masks and these guns and stuff, and they had gloves and stuff. And I knew they was black for real because they was holding their guns sideways like that. So I knew that they were black, and I felt like I could communicate with them. I tried to hit them with the positivity. I was like, hey, man, Martin Luther King said it's a better way. He said, man, it's a sticker right now. You trying to hear about Martin Luther King? And I said, well, hold on, man. And I did the backflip. And he's like, oh, man, that tight. Here, you take my gun. And they put me in charge. Hello, how are you? I got dressed up tonight for you guys. I did not shave, however. Because I'm growing my hair for a movie. I'm still financially challenged. Do not be fooled by the suit. Seriously, I can't even afford stamps. I can't afford stamps. This is what I do. I don't put a stamp on the envelope anymore. What I do is I put my address in the center of the envelope, and then I put their address on a return address. I'm a smart comic. I hope the people on the cell phone are looking at this and can really get it, because I don't know if they're going to get that. I should do some stuff I know that they're going to get. My mom raised 3 kids off a teacher's salary. Time was so hard after dinner, we didn't even get dessert. We got a Flintstone vitamin. We got the generic brand of Flintstone vitamins. We got some cartoon characters we didn't even recognize. Like, Willie the Wolf, who are you? We don't know who this is. I like free stuff. I do. I went home to visit my family, and they gave me a dog. And I took it because it was free. And it's a miniature poodle. It's about this high. off the stool. I don't know if you could see that. It's about that high off the stool. And it's a cute little dog, but the dog's name is Princess. And that makes me look gay. I don't want to go anywhere with the dog. I'm self-conscious. As soon as we get to the park, she didn't even listen. I open up the door, she just takes off and starts running. I'm like, Princess, come here now. Princess! Because I can't be like, Princess, come here, Princess. I mean, if I did that, she would come, but it doesn't fit the image that I have. Having a dog's a lot of responsibility. It's like having a child. Actually, that's not true because you can't kick a child. I don't kick her hard because she's little. But I have to let her know that I'm in charge because she's bad. She's bad. She got a hold of some chocolate. She did. Actually, you know what? I gave her some chocolate. I gave her some chocolate. Because I didn't know that you couldn't give a dog chocolate. It was my first dog. And, you know, I was eating a Snicker. I thought, here, Princess, you want some Snicker? She should know that if she can't eat this, she shouldn't eat it. And she ate it. And ran up the wall and did like a backflip and like landed and was shaking up behind, looking at me saying, give me some more, give me some more. And I don't know if she said, give me some more because I was drunk or maybe I poured some beer in her dog food and wanted her to try it and she was drunk, but I could have sworn. I heard, give me some more. So I gave her some more and she started eating it and shaking it and going in convulsions and vomiting. And I was like, oh my goodness, that does not look like happiness. I am obviously not ready for children. I am not ready for children. Not yet. I got some more free stuff. In San Francisco, I got to go skydiving for free. I did. I got to go skydiving for free, and what I learned is you get what you pay for. You don't want to go skydiving for free. That is your life. And they don't let you go by yourself. They strap you to some dude you never met before. Never seen his report card. You never talked to his friends. You don't know if he's good. I'm in the plane. I'm strapped to this dude. I said 1, 2, and he jumped. Who jumps on 2? Ain't it universal that you jump on 3? We jumped out the plane. I don't know what it was, like the adrenaline or the way the wind was blowing, but like the dude, he got excited. I'm strapped to this dude, man. I felt violated at 12,000 feet. I can't do anything. I'm in the air like, I'm screaming. He got more excited. He's like, He's kissing me on the back of the neck. When you get molested at 12,000 feet, you see the world differently. It's like being unplugged from the Matrix. Makes you appreciate women that much more. I'm at a completely different level. I get the doors. I put the toilet seat down. I don't always, wipe around the edges, What I'm trying to say is I shoot threes and I don't need to go get my rebound all the time. That's what I'm trying to say. I even walk on the outside of the curb. Yep. A lot of guys don't know about that because we don't take the time and the patience to listen to the ladies. I give compliments too. I do. Guys, we don't give enough compliments. I think it's because we're uncomfortable. We are. I saw a dude in Blockbuster and the dude behind the counter had some nice eyes and I wanted to tell him he had nice eyes, but I really... Something about society made me so uncomfortable I could not tell him if he had... his eyes were so pretty, I couldn't even look at him, man. I was like, oh my goodness, this is too much for me. No late fees, cool. Let me get out of here. Couldn't even look at him. Gentlemen, we should practice our compliments. That's right, we should practice our compliments, and we should practice on each other. I'm sensing some resistance. I should be able to say, let's see, that's a nice shirt. The button-down shirt, I know that's a nice shirt. I should be able to say that. But people will say, oh, the comedian's gay. That skydiving thing changed him. It's not gay. It'd be gay if I say, hey man, that's a nice shirt. It brings out your eyes and I want to play in your hair. You see, that's going too far. It's like when you're playing basketball. Hey man, that was a good shot. One tap on the behind. You don't say, man, that was a good shot, man. Ooh, hold on, that is nice. He got like a Tara Owens booty. That is beautiful. You don't do that. Because, gentlemen, what you're doing with the compliments, you are practicing. You are preparing. It's like a jump shot. You are rehearsing for the ladies. Ladies, this is what my show is about. I travel the country and I unplug men from the matrix and I make them gentlemen. Men are going to leave here and they're going to start getting the doors and putting the toilet seat down and walking on the outside of the curb and giving compliments. So, lady, it's important that you take the compliment because women don't always take the compliment. I saw a woman, she had on some nice shoes. I said, God, those are some really nice shoes. She said, oh, my pedicure all messed up. I didn't say nothing about your feet. Talking about your shoes. You bought some lovely shoes to cover up ugly feet. And I saw her monkey feet. For real, she had the type of feet that looked like she could multitask, like she could be doing extra stuff with her feet. All her toes was spread out like they was mad at each other, like they was not talking to each other. That is all my time. My name is Sadiki Fueller. I appreciate the love. Thank you so much. Okay, I believe I am supposed to thank you and then do like a little jokey joke. I'm going to do a jokey joke that I wrote because I think that's funnier than any stock joke I could tell you. Because I'm a comedian. I got pulled over for racial profiling. Racial profile. And the officer, he just happened to be right. I was drinking. But I wasn't drunk. I was drinking just enough to get home. You know what I'm talking about. You guys are drinking now. You're not drunk. You're drinking just enough to get home. And the officer turned on those lights behind me, man. I was so nervous. I pulled over to the left side of the road, You're not supposed to pull over to the left side of the road. He is mad at me now. I see him in the rearview mirror, man. I was like, oh, man, he is coming, man. This is not good. I'm on the side over here in the bushes. I got the window rolled down. He is knocking on this side of the window. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Officer, that window don't roll down, man. You're going to have to go around. He goes around and he pulls me out the car. Now, I don't want to be out the car in the bushes because I'm from Texas and I know about the chigger bugs that bite you in the genital area, so I'm not trying to be in the bushes. He pulls me to the back of the car. He starts making me do these motor skills where he's moving his finger like I'm supposed to stand there and I'm supposed to like look at it like that. But I was so nervous that my nervous system was like... He said, what's wrong with you? I said, nothing, man. I'm fine. He said, no, you're not. I got to go get the breathalyzer. Not the breathalyzer. I don't know if I'm 0.09. I don't know what I am. I need to do something, say something to let them know I don't need the breathalyzer. Officer, come back, man. I don't need the breathalyzer. Here, man. Check me out. He did the same thing you guys did. He's like, oh, man, do that again. And I did it again, and he let me go. I say, man, I have to use the backflip for everything. Seriously, once a day, I need to do the backflip. Once, I was in the bank, and I was dressed like this, and these dudes came in, they was wearing ski masks, and they had gloves and guns and stuff, and I knew they was black, because they was holding their guns sideways like that, so I knew. And I felt like I could communicate with him, so I tried to hit him with the positivity. I was like, hey, man, Martin Luther King said it's a better way. He said, man, it's a stick-up. I'm not trying to hear about Martin Luther King. And I said, well, hold on, man. And I did the backflip, and he was like, wow, man, that was tight. Here, you take my gun. And they put me in charge. I got to get out of here, y'all. My name is Sadiki Fueller. I appreciate the love. Thank you. I'm a full-time stand-up comedian. I'm not famous yet, and sometimes you show up to the gig, it'd be like enough people in there for like 3 games of rock, paper, scissors. When it's like that, you don't know if you're gonna get paid. I had a promoter come up to me one time, he was only supposed to pay me $250. After the gig, he came up to me, he gave me $100. Say, hey man, hold on, what's this? You said $250. And he looked at me and sincerely said, man, I gave you 2 50s. And he left me standing there with 250, so I don't want you guys to be fooled by my smile or my charm. I'm dangerous. For real, I'm dangerous. I quit smoking weed. I did, unless it's free. My name is Sadiki Fueller, and I don't know what my mama was thinking. I don't. Kids tease you with a name like Sadiki. Kids will call me Slinky, Saduki. My Latino friends will call me Ceviche. I had a teacher taking roll one time. She called me Suckadiki. I'm sitting in the back, man. I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna be Suckadiki for the whole school year. No. My friends are like, man, go ahead, put your hand up. You know that's you. She is trying to say your name. You the only one in here. I was like, nuh-uh, man. I'm gonna have to take the absence. She's gonna have to take the time to call my mom and say, Suckadiki was not here today. She's got to learn her lesson. I love my mom, I do, man. I believe a woman can do anything a man can do, and even sometimes better, because I witnessed it. My mom raised 3 kids off a teacher's salary. Wow, man. I don't have any sympathy for the homeless people now. I don't. Because if a woman can raise 3 kids off a teacher's salary, they should get a job to take care of them and their dog. For real, you see them on the side of the freeway. You see them. And you can't look at them too long because it gives them hope. They start thinking they're going to get some money, man. I don't have a lot of money, man. You've all done it. You pull up to the light and you go, and you look to the side. There's nothing over here. I don't know why we look over here. We look right there. Like if we look at him, he's going to walk around and then get inside of our car. I don't have any sense. But you know what? I understand. I like free stuff. I can understand why you would stand on the corner to get something for. I like free stuff, man. I got a dog for free, for real. I went to Houston. I was like, hey, won't y'all come out and visit me out in California? I drove out here to Texas to see y'all. Won't y'all come see me? They was like, nah, not yet, man, but you can have this dog. And they gave me a dog. And it's a cute little dog. It's like a miniature poodle. It's about this high off the stool. And the dog's name is Princess. And that makes me look gay. But I took it because it was free. I didn't want to I was like a free dog. And the dog don't listen. I'm self-conscious. I don't want to take the dog nowhere. As soon as we get to the park, I open up the door. She just take off and she start running, man. She's like, Phew! I'm like, Princess, come here now. Come here, Princess. Because I can't be like, Princess. It's not going to go with the image that I have. She'll come if I do that because she's like, oh, you so silly. Having a dog is a lot of responsibility, too. It is. For real, the dog got a hold of some chocolate. Okay, I gave the dog some chocolate, man. I didn't know that you couldn't get a dog chocolate, man. I'm eating the Twix. I thought, here, Princess, you want some Twix? She should know that if she can't eat this, she shouldn't eat it. She eats the Twix, man, and she jumps off the furniture, and she does like a backflip, and I'm like, wow, she started dancing and stuff, and then she started shaking and going in convulsions and throwing up and stuff, and I was like, man, that does not look like happiness. I had to take her to the vet and spend my $250s to fix her. I am obviously not ready for children yet. I'm not. I had to send the dog back, man. I couldn't afford the dog, man. I'm out here doing these auditions too. I had the crappiest audition in America yesterday, for real. It was so bad, man. I was so nervous. I'd never done it before, man. And I was in there reading like a father that dropped out of 8th grade to take care of his children. Okay, that wasn't funny. It was just for me. Comedians, we have to do that sometimes. You have to throw out some new material because you won't even know, for real. And we need y'all. We're glad that you came because we need that look. You know what look I'm talking about when a comedian throws something out, either the laughter or the look. And that look is, look at him up there. He's chasing his dream. See, I'll make it funny that I wasn't funny. How about that? No, man, I'm doing this new thing, this freestyle thing, and I'm kind of liking it. I think I'm going to talk about how I've been going to church. And it's bad at the church because as soon as I walk in, like, it's different because I ain't been in a while. I grew up in the church, but I had to stop for a while and I wasn't living right. And I went to the church. I go late and I try and leave early. For real, just because it's too much church right now. It's just too much. Church like 3 hours, man. That's a long time. You know, the movie not even 3 hours, man. You just, so I'm at church And I'm trying to leave, and everybody here supposed to be bowed, and they praying, and I'm trying to leave, I'm trying to walk out with my finger and stuff, and then the pastor said, no one's supposed to be moving. And I was like, how does he know I'm moving? I thought everybody here is supposed to be bowed, and everybody else supposed to be closed. How does he know I'm moving? And the ushers like stopped me, they wouldn't let me out, and I had to I guess it was offering time or something next. I had to pay to get out of church, man. I was like, you should not be holding me captive in church, man. I have an appointment. I didn't have an appointment, but I just said that. They tell me too all the time. They say, Sadiki, you're going to have to give up something in order to get what God has for you. And I say, how do they know I masturbate? Like, how do they know? Does God tell them? Have to be a better me. I do. I read something in it, and it said the average person reads 1 book a year. And I said, damn, man, I'm not even average. So I got to step up my game, and I've been reading this book, man, and it changed my life. And I got some free skydiving tickets because I was reading this book, and I was like, wow, I love free stuff, right? So I go skydiving, and I find out you get what you pay for. You may want some free comedy tickets, free beer maybe, but not free skydiving tickets, man. That's your life. Gentlemen, I don't care how tough you think you are. If you've never screamed like a little bitch, go skydiving. For real, you'll scream too, man. I went to San Francisco, and as soon as we jumped out the plane, because they let you go tandem, they make you go tandem. That's when you're strapped to a professional. They won't let you jump out by yourself. So I jumped out the plane. I don't know what it was, like the adrenaline or the way the wind was blowing, but like the dude, he got excited. I'm not comfortable telling you this, but I'm strapped to this dude. I felt violated at 12,000 feet, man. I can't do nothing, man. I'm in the air. I'm like, I'm screaming. He got more excited. He's like, He is kissing me on the back of the neck. When you get molested at 12,000 feet, man, you see the world differently. It's like being unplugged from the Matrix. I have to leave in a little bit because there's more show. But before I leave, I have to tell you that I met this dude. I don't want you to think nothing like that, because my eyes are pretty. But I met this dude. He was a police officer. And I met him when I was driving. He pulled me over because he was racial profiling, and he just happened to be right. I was drinking, but I wasn't drunk. I was drinking just enough to get home. You know what I'm talking about. You're drinking right now, but you're not drunk. You're drinking just enough to get home, man. I was so nervous when he turned on those lights behind me because I normally don't mix the alcohol with my marijuana, but that night I did, so I was so nervous that I pulled over to the left side of the road. On the left side. You're not supposed to pull over to the left side of the road. He is so mad that I got the window down over here, and I'm waiting on him to come over. He is knocking on this window over here, and I'm like, oh, shoot, hey, Mr. Officer, you don't have to go around. That window doesn't go down. And he real mad now because he's standing in the weeds, and he pulled me out the car. And I'm like, what, man? He's like, well, I have to search your car. I was like, what do you mean you got to search my car? He's like, yeah, I got to search your car. I was like, why? And he said, Sadiki's the Taliban name. And I was like, well, hold on. Sadiki means Swahili. And that means, it's Swahili name, and it means faithful, which is ironic. But I don't have any bombs or anything like that, man. And there's no marijuana in there. We already smoked it all. He's like, I got to search your car. He pulls out this machine. It's like flashing red and green and yellow and stuff. And he pulls out 2 things. Okay, hold on. 2 things, just like that. 2 things. He pulled out Listerine and Palmer's cocoa butter. And I use the Listerine to brush my teeth. I use the Palmer's cocoa butter because it is premium lotion. He said if I combine these 2 items together, I can make a bomb. And this entire time I'm thinking, man, I'm so glad I was not brushing my teeth and masturbating at the same time. This would not be a good thing. It sure just wouldn't. And he making me do these motor skills now where I'm supposed to stand there and I'm supposed to be, he's moving his finger like that and I'm standing and I'm like looking like that, but I'm so supposed to do this, I'm supposed to do that, but I was nervous, so my nervous system said. He was like, what's wrong with you? I was like, nothing, man, I got it. He said, no, you don't. I got to go get the breathalyzer. I was like, oh, shit, not the breathalyzer, because I don't know if I'm 0.08, 0.09. I don't know. I got to do something, say something to let them know I'm good. I'm like, officer, I don't need the breathalyzer. Here, man, check me out. He did the same thing you guys did. He's like, man, do that again, do that again, do it again. And I did it again, and he let me go, man. I said, man, I'm gonna use the backflip for everything now, for every single thing. I was in the bank and these three dudes came in. They had on like ski masks and stuff and gloves and they had guns. And I knew they was black for real because they was holding their guns sideways like that. So I knew they were African American. I felt like I could communicate with them. I was like, hey, y'all ain't got to be doing this. Martin Luther King said it's a better way. He said, man, it's a stick up, man. They ain't trying to hear about Martin Luther King right now. And I said, well, hold on, man. And I did the backflip. And he said, oh, man, that shit was tight. Here, you take my gun. And they put me in charge. I got to get out of here, y'all. My name is Sadiki Fueller. I appreciate the love. Thank you. And sometimes you show up to the gig, it be like enough people in there for like 3 games of rock, paper, scissors. When it's like that, you don't know if you're going to get paid, man. After the gig one time, this one promoter, he's supposed to pay me $250. That's it. After the gig came up to me, gave me $100. I was like, man, hold on, what's this? You said $250. And he looked at me and sincerely said, man, I gave you 2 50s. And he left me standing there with 2 50s, man. So I don't want y'all to be fooled by my smile or my charm. I'm dangerous. Any kid that grows up with a name like Sadiki, that kid gonna be dangerous. Kids would tease me all the time, man, butcher my name. Kids would call me Slinky, Saduki. My Latin friends, they would call me Ceviche. That's just for y'all, man. Laugh, Latinos. Ain't a lot of people in here. Y'all got to double up with the laughter. I was in class one time. Teacher was taking roll, y'all. She called me Suckadicky. Ain't that messed up, man? I'm sitting in the back. I'm like, oh, no. I'm going to be Suckadicky for the whole school. My friends was like, man, go ahead, put your hand up. You know that's you. She is trying to say your name. I was like, nuh-uh, man. I'm going to have to take the absence. For real, she going to have to take the time to call my mama and say, Suckadicky was not here today. She's got to learn her lesson. I love my mom, man. I got mom and 2 sisters I'm crazy about, and we live in Houston. I went to go visit them. I said, hey, won't y'all come out and visit me out in California, man? I'm working on being a comedy star. They was like, nah, not yet, man, but you can have this dog. And they gave me a dog, a little miniature poodle, because there's none women in the house, none but women. This little miniature poodle about this high off the stool, and this dog's name is Princess. And that makes me look gay. For real, they won't even let me change the name. The dog's got to stay with Princess, man. The dog don't listen. She just take off and start running in public, and I'm self-conscious. I don't want to take the dog nowhere. She be, pew, just take off. I be, Princess, come here, Princess. You come here right now. Because you can't be like, Princess, Princess. That's not going to work with the image that I have. Dogs are a lot of responsibility, too, man. The dog got a hold of some chocolate. Okay, I gave the dog some chocolate. I didn't know. It was my first dog. I didn't know that you couldn't get a dog chocolate. I was just eating the Twix, and I thought, okay, the dog may want some Twix. You know, we be hanging out together. I ain't got no money, so I gave the dog some Twix, and the dog was all happy. The dog ate Twix and did like a backflip and got all excited and stuff and was jumping around, and then she started going into convulsions, and I was like, ooh, man, that don't look like happiness. I had to spend my 2 50s to fix the dog, man. I had to send the dog back. Dogs are expensive. It is. I don't have no money right now either, man. I'm so poor, I can't even afford stamps. I can't. You know what I do? I don't even put a stamp on it. I just put my address in the center of the envelope, and then I put their address on the return address. I'm a genius. I am a genius, man. I love free stuff, too. Explain it to her, man. I love free stuff, too, man. I love free stuff. Comedy Time gave us some T-shirts and an ice house glass. I'm so happy to have that, man. I got to go skydiving for free in San Francisco. Gentlemen, I don't care how tough you think you are. If you've never screamed like a little bitch, go skydiving. You'll scream, man. I went tandem. That's when the dude's like strapped up behind you, so like when you jump out the plane, you don't kill yourself. And like we jumped out the plane. I don't know what it was, like the adrenaline or the way the wind was blowing, but like the dude, he got excited. I'm strapped to this dude. I'm strapped to him, man. I can't do nothing, man. I felt violated 12,000 feet. I'm in the air. I'm like, I'm screaming. He got more excited. He was like, He is kissing me on the back of the neck, dog. I'm unbuckle the straps. But 12,000 feet, that's a long way to fall. I'm not trying to fall 12,000 feet. You get molested at 12,000 feet, you see the world differently too. It's like being unplugged from the matrix. Makes you appreciate women that much more. I'm at another level. Another level. I get the doors now, I put the toilet seat down. I don't always wipe around the edges, depends on how much I splash. But I do put the toilet seat down. I even walk on the outside of the curb. See some of the women going, oh, see guys, because I'm a miracle. Because a lot of guys don't know about that one. Because we don't take the time and the patience to listen to the ladies. Because sometimes the ladies talk entirely too much. For real, they just talk. They will talk you down to the ground. They will just talk, man. I'm in a relationship now. It's hard. You ever been in a relationship and you talking and the conversation, it gets heated. You want to talk, but it ain't your turn to talk yet. And when you start to talk, she cuts you off. And you start zoning off. We start pretending to listen. We go. And you start zoning off, thinking about other stuff. You say, man, whatever happened to Jean-Claude Van Damme? And then you come back and realize that you're in the middle of a conversation. God, man, you start thinking, man, did she just ask me a question? I love women too, man. I'm not biased. I love all women. I love black women, Latin women, Asian women, white women, in that order. But I love all women. It's like if you go to Baskin Robbins, there's 31 flavors. You like them all. It's just a certain order you're going to eat them in. Black women, that's like chocolate ice cream. Latin women, that's like butter pecan. White women, that's like French vanilla. Asian women, that's like green tea ice cream. You got to love the ice creams, man. I have a friend, he's a brother, man, he lives in Oakland. He says, man, I only like chocolate ice cream. I only like chocolate. I said, well, man, calm down, man. That's not what Martin Luther King was talking about. You got to love all ice creams. Plus, he's a hypocrite because his wife is mixed with black and white. That's just like saying I really love chocolate ice cream, but I'm allergic to vanilla, but I swirl the two together. That's not healthy, man. That's like if I say, hey, man, are you gay? I'm not gay. I'm bisexual. I don't care how much bass he is putting in his voice. He is still sucking a and that is wrong. Unless you're a lady. Because it reduces the risk of breast cancer. That's right. I have a message. I'm not here just to make y'all, I'm here to be honest, lace y'all with some game. Ladies, this is what my show's about. Men gonna leave here and they're gonna start getting the doors and like walking on the outside of the curb and putting the toilet seat down and giving compliments, because I get compliments too. Because I'm from the South. I'm from Houston, man. That's how we do it. Women don't always take the compliments. I saw a woman, man, she had on some nice shoes. I said, God, those some really nice shoes. She said, oh, my pedicure all messed up? I didn't say nothing about your feet. I'm talking about your shoes. You bought some lovely shoes to cover up ugly feet. And I saw her monkey feet, but I wasn't gonna say nothing about her feet. I mean, she had the type of feet that looked like she could like she could multitask, like she could be doing extra with her feet. Slow down, ladies. Every man is not trying to have sex with you right away. Take the compliment. Say thank you. If you can't say thank you when somebody give you a compliment, it means that you're unhappy. If I see people that are unhappy, I just have to make them unhappier. I can't make people laugh all the time, man. I saw this woman out here in Los Angeles. They beautiful out here, too. I was like, God, you're really beautiful. Beautiful smile, beautiful eyes. Do you model? She's like, psh, I see what's going on here. I was like, well, no, sweetie, I didn't mean like a supermodel. I mean like a Walmart model. You know, man, I ain't mean like Victoria's Secret with the bra with the bustier. I mean like, check out these vacuum cleaners. Take the compliment. That's all I'm trying to say, because women are so self-conscious. You know how you know a woman's self-conscious? The first time you make love to a woman, what does she do? No matter how beautiful, no matter how out of shape, they all do this. But the first time, they cut off the lights. And then after the intimate act is over, they pick up the covers and then they cover up and then they go to the bathroom. And they leave us on the bed cold. We are shaking and freezing our asses off. The covers are for the bed. They're not for the tub or the toilet or the sink. Get some shower curtains. What are you doing with the covers? And then we just see everything. And I know what you're thinking. It's dark. Nah, most men in here, we cut on the TV. for TV light. But gentlemen, you gotta mute the TV because like there'll be a good program on and like you'll want to pay attention to the TV. We're gentlemen, we make eye contact. Ladies, I know what else you're thinking. I grew up in a house full of women. I know what you're thinking. Like when I'm laying down, like everything is flat, but like when I stand up, everything it changes and it turns, it's leaning, it shifts. I got extra breasts under these breasts. I just want you to love me for me. And you feel like you tricked us. You didn't trick us. Because every man in here, when we're making love to you for the very first time, we are thinking to ourselves, man, I cannot believe she fell for everything I told her. She thinks I'm a helicopter pilot. And ladies, any type of roles you had, we felt them while we were laying on you. And we like you that way. That's why we made love to you. We just want to see your big roly-poly asses go to the bathroom naked. Men don't care. We don't care if one leg is shorter than the other and you got like a little funny walk when you go to the bathroom. We don't care. We put some special shoes on you. We can fix that. Plus, we're in love. At that moment, we're looking, oh, man, how cute is Yoda? Hey, y'all, I got to get out of here. My name is Sadiki Fueller. I appreciate the love.